Hello and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Janana Bolbol. I'm a journalist and TV host, and I will be your moderator on today's session. To be honest, it's really a pleasure for me to have opportunity to moderate such an important topic. In today's fast-evolving security landscape, organizations are increasingly adopting smart technologies to manage data, video surveillance, and threat detection. But one key question keeps emerging. Should we trust the cloud or stay closer to the source with edge computing? Cloud-based solutions offer centralized management, easy access, and scalability, making them ideal for larger systems that require unified control across multiple sites. With AI and analytics often handled in the cloud, decisions can be faster and more intelligent. Edge computing, on the other hand, enables data processing directly at the device level, like a camera, providing real-time analytics, reduced latency, and higher performance in areas with limited connectivity. Increasingly, the industry is leaning toward a hybrid approach, handling critical, time-sensitive tasks at the edge, while offloading heavy analytics and long-term storage to the cloud. This combination helps optimize cost, performance, and reliability. In today's webinar, we will dive into the key considerations. How can we find the right balance between cloud and edge technologies in security industry? Join us for today's insightful discussion with leading speakers, with leading experts, and we will explore how to get the best of both worlds. My first guest, Ivan Malovic, Inside Sales Account Manager from Axis Communication.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Ivan. Thank you very much for joining us today. Tomasz Snevert, Sales Engineer, Genetec. Hello, Tomasz. How are you today?
Hello, and yes, thank you very much for inviting me for this session. I'm very well. Hope you're doing well as well.
Great. It's great to hear that. Thank you very much. And my third speaker is George Batic, Regional Sales Manager from VIVOTEK. Hello, George. How are you today?
Hi. Hello, Janana. Hi to all. I'm fine. Thank you.
Great. It's great to hear that. Before we start with your materials, with your presentation, I have one question for each other. I just want to warm up this discussion and make more interesting for all of us, especially for our today's audience. Even, I have a question for you. Axis has long been known for innovation at the edge. What are the advantages of starting with edge processing instead of cloud, especially for small or medium-sized deployments?
Thank you, Janana. I think that you summarized quite well in your introduction speech the advantages of edge and also what cloud brings to the surveillance and security sector. And also, as you mentioned, Axis is really a true innovator of edge processing. And actually, this year we have released our newest ARTPEC 9th generation of our chipset system on chip that is running on our cameras. And actually, I don't know, guys, if you are familiar what ARTPEC means. It's an abbreviation of Advanced Real-Time Picture Encoder. So in the name, it's you can see that it is designed specifically for security and surveillance applications. Having such computing power on the edge, on the camera, this means that all the processing, like object analytics, AI, and everything that comes with it, it's done on raw and uncompressed video. And this also means that you need less server power or backend power. You are consuming less bandwidth. You need less storage. And while keeping all the best that you have with the high resolution video. This is also what is enabling AI features like Axis Object Analytics, and you can run them directly on camera, and that they are working directly on the uncompressed video. This is especially advantageous from Axis point of view for small and medium-sized deployments, where you have to take in account cost, simplicity, and reliability. Those are the things that matter the most. So the advantages are that you have lower total cost of ownership because you don't have no ongoing cloud fees or for storage or analytics. You have simplified deployment. So with edge devices, you are basically plug and play. So you don't need no complex IT infrastructure, or you don't need manpower to maintain this infrastructure. You have faster response times. This is quite important. With edge analytics, you have real-time events, and it enables you to have real-time decisions. You can detect, analyze, and act. Everything is under a second. You also have improved resilience because even if the internet connection drops, the camera is still continuing to do what is the best for her, and you don't have gaps in your security and surveillance system. It is also perfect for remote locations, pop-up sites, or places with poor connectivity. You also have better privacy and compliance because when you process the data locally, that means that the sensitive footage that you collect never leave the premises. And also it is scalable. So it is quite easy to start small and quickly add and build bigger systems. And of course, this is always, Axis is future-proof. We are always looking at future-proof flexibility, where you have our Axis application platform, and you can install applications from our technology partners and expand the functionalities of your system effortlessly. So in the bottom line, I would say that edge-first solutions are offering affordable intelligence, local control, and fast return of the investment. And from Axis perspective, cloud component, we see it, the best approach is a hybrid. So you have to use edge to have quick and reactive system, and you can then expand it to the cloud for some critical cameras, critical mission cameras, to have a redundant storage and to have unified access and better and easier user and data management.
Okay, great, Ivan. Thank you very much on your answer. Tomasz, you are a sales engineer in Genetec. Genetec has embraced both cloud and hybrid approaches. What are the key factors clients consider when deciding between cloud-only and hybrid setups?
Sure. So thank you for that question. To start with, I would say it's obvious there is no single solution that is perfect fit for all. Yeah? Everyone is different. At the time we spend, with our customers, we do not telling them where they need to go. We are listening to their needs and the challenges they have. We are collecting the crucial information, and then we offer the best possible solution they might adopt at the time, which is, decision for cloud only or hybrid setups for their security infrastructure. In other words, we help them to make the best possible choice. But I would like to highlight this is their choice. Yeah. Regarding the key factors that they must consider, I would like to just point few of them. For sure, to start with, the bandwidth and network infrastructure is really the first thing that they need to consider. Let's say for cloud-only setups, requires high and consistent upstream bandwidth to stream video to the cloud. When you've got a hybrid, let's say, allows local storage and processing, so reducing basically in the same time the bandwidth needs. So only, let's say, critical data might be sent or pushed over to the cloud. The second key factor that needs to be considered, it's latency and real-time performance. In cloud only, you may introduce cloud basically might introduce the latency, especially for live monitoring and analytics. When you've got hybrid approach, the local processing ensures low latency. Yeah? So performance for real-time use cases needs to be considered. Another important factor is security and compliance. So again, cloud depends on Genetec's cloud security certifications and data residency options. Yeah, with hybrid models, offer a little bit more control over where and how sensitive data is stored. it's actually quite important for regulated industries. Yeah. Another important one to mention is redundancy and reliability. So cloud, resilient to local hardware failures. But of course, important to mention, internet outages can disturb, of course, access. In hybrid, you can maintain operations locally if your, let's say, cloud is unreachable at this moment of time. Another one key factor is scalability, let's say, and flexibility. Ideal for rapid deployments in the cloud and multi-site management without significant local infrastructure. When hybrid is better for sites with legacy systems or specific hardware, let's say, dependencies. Yeah. Then you need to think about the cost of structure. Another one is IT resources and maintenance. When you got, again, cloud, less need for IT support. Genetec manages most backend and services. Where you've got a hybrid, so local infrastructure still exists. You need to think about the management and potential integration complexity. Last one I would like to mention at this moment of time, it's integration with existing systems. Yeah, so cloud may need more customizations or APIs to connect with on-prem systems, where hybrid, it's actually quite easier to integrate with legacy infrastructure and existing access control, for instance, systems.
Yes, Tomasz, thank you very much. And Georgia, from VIVOTEK's perspective, what are the main reasons why some organizations still hesitate to adopt cloud-based security solutions?
Thank you on the question. For now, when you're watching this whole the market, the cloud still it's something unfamiliar with the end customer, and that is something new, and that is for sure transition in the market of the video surveillance and other IT systems. For the end customer, best value what he get, it's that he will get less cost of the infrastructure when you example, for the one system of the 50 cameras, you need to have servers, and that servers need to maintain and replace every 3 to 5 years, or storage to replace sorry, or Windows license, or every license what you need to buy. Cloud will eliminate all that cost what they have on the 1 year base or 2, 3 or 5 year base, and that is advantage what will be for the cloud system. And cloud will be make some transition, how I think, in the video surveillance system that will be stored, and that with the data magnet information and analytic, that we will collect only important information on the cloud, and enable to customer can better research and define what they need.
Yes, Georgia, thank you very much on your answer. And I want to say thank you, Tomasz and Ivan. Now we can continue with our webinar. We can continue with your materials, presentations. We will start with Ivan from Axis Communication.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ivan, the stage is yours. You can show us your presentation.
Thank you very much. Give me a second.
It's okay.
I hope you see my screen.
Yes, we see your screen.
Okay, so I would like to present Axis Unified Solutions. This is actually everything that we look from our perspective, from on-premise, hybrid, cloud solutions, and how do we have it currently in our offering. So actually, what is this unified solution? So every manufacturer probably has the same approach. So this is one manufacturer. You have one point of support. You have one interface. You have, in Axis case, you have one device, so one license means one license, and you have one design tool. Depending on the vendors, this can be true or not. But from Axis perspective, this is what has been always present in our offering. What we have, and this is what we call the power of one. So now we have also one operating system and one cloud, and this is what is coming also as one network. We see that cloud is future way to go, because we feel that the market in 3 to 5 years will switch to cloud, not full, but it will be a big increase. In this way, we have also revised our video management software solution, which is called Axis Camera Station. And today, Axis Camera Station is a solution that supports all Axis devices, meaning Axis cameras, Axis audio systems, system devices like radars or thermal cameras, but also we are combining the access control, meaning you can add door controllers, you can add readers and network intercoms, and also you can assign different credentials to users in the system via interface. So our current offering is in two blends, I would say. So you have Axis Camera Station Edge and Axis Camera Station Pro. So Edge, as you can see, this cloud, drone cloud, it requires internet connection. So it requires the system to be connected to my systems on axis.com, while Axis Camera Station Pro can be fully on-premise, or as we like to call it, offline solution. So Edge is actually a hybrid solution. So this is something that maybe some customers are confusing. What does cloud actually mean? Hybrids in Edge case, actually the footage is stored on the SD card or S30 recorder that is located on the location, on the premise of the user, but you're accessing everything through a cloud. You do not need Windows Server or network video recorder. Edge supports Axis cameras, speakers, intercoms, and as I said, you use SD card or S30 recorder to store the footage locally on site. Axis Camera Station Pro is a video management system that is designed for professional usage, let's say it, and it supports full Axis portfolio. It can also support third-party cameras. It has optional cloud connectivity, so it can be fully offline, fully locally on-premise with optional cloud connectivity. And you need to have network video recorder, client computers to connect to it. What is interesting from the Axis offering is that Axis Camera Station Edge doesn't require any licensing. So when you buy the camera, Axis camera, you get the, let's say, license for Axis Camera Station Edge. This means that actually in a few clicks, you can set up your system and use it. It's free Windows client, it's free mobile application, free software updates, free site-by-site cloud management. So this is all Axis belief in hybrid local/cloud solutions, and this is how we support it. Axis Camera Station Pro is a licensed software, so one device requires one license, but you get all the features. You get the free Windows client, you get free mobile application, also free software updates. This is important. And also free site-by-site cloud management. When we speak about Edge, maybe to emphasize a couple of reasons why Axis Camera Station Edge. So it's actually simple solution. What does this mean? This means, as I said, that you need all you need is an SD card and system is ready to go. Just a few clicks and you can use it. You can choose cameras, you can choose speakers, intercoms, and from anything from those types of devices to set up your ideal system. And you do not have server maintenance or any additional resources needed for this. It is also intuitive, which means that you have user-friendly interface and you can access live or recorded video. You can receive and act on alerts, or you can just check the device status or manage user permissions. You can access it from anywhere. So I already said you can use mobile application, you can use desktop application, or you can access it via any browser, via My Systems or through browser. Also, as Tomasz mentioned, you have very free security. What does this mean? Like you have two-factor authentication when logging in, and also you can choose when to update your devices, which gives you full control. This also means that you are being cyber secure while you are still flexible to monitor your system via any web browser. And also it's intelligent system. So Axis Object Analytics is tightly integrated into Axis Camera Station Edge, and you actually get the advantage of all AI functions on the edge, which also means reducing false alarms. It is also important to say that Axis Object Analytics is also license free. So when you buy Axis Camera, you get AOA on it, and you can use it. When we come to Axis Camera Station Pro, as I said, it's for professional installations. Reasons why to choose ACS Pro: flexibility. So as I mentioned, you can choose any Axis network device. This means also body-worn cameras, radar systems, whatever Axis has in its portfolio. It is smart, so this is something that ACS Pro offers. So this is free text search, which is powered by artificial intelligence. And you are free to use your own words to search for specific objects or events. And in this way, you can actually customize your queries. It gives you valuable data insights, and that actually improves surveillance system, but also accelerates the business and the decisions that you have to take. You get dashboards, so you can visually represent your data that you collect, like counters or occupancy. Your software will be always up to date, so you do not have any maintenance fees. And that means also that you will not miss any new features. You will have access to new technologies and system updates. And this also eases your daily business, which means that if you opt to, you can access it via My Systems through Axis Portal, and you can manage your sites. You can add even edge systems to your sites, and also as an option, you can enable redundant cloud storage. And Axis My Systems is, as you see, web portal to access Axis cloud applications. So this means that through My Systems, you can utilize any cloud application that Axis currently has in its offer, and it will expand in the future. As I said, we see potential in transforming certain functionalities and tools to the cloud, and we expect this to happen in the near future. This actually at this moment, this streamlines and simplifies the control of all users, connected devices and services. As Janana mentioned you mentioned in your intro speech, this enables you to manage users' devices from central position, from one unified interface. You have single sign-on, and you can have personalized content based on the role and the user. You have video operation, you have user management, device management, and this is all enabled site by site. So you can add Edge Axis Camera Station Edge sites, or you can add Axis Camera Station Pro sites to My Systems at axis.com and do video operation, user management, and device management. And this is how we see it. So included at no additional cost is Axis Camera Station Edge, and Axis Camera Station Pro without any additional cost can be connected to Axis My Systems. What is with the licensing are certain services like additional redundant cloud storage. And this is a short presentation from me.
Okay, Ivan, thank you very much on your presentation. It was really interesting and insightful. My question for you is, Axis devices offer onboard analytics like object detection and motion tracking. How do you see this evolving in the next few years? Will more intelligence shift to the edge?
Absolutely, it will. It's not only about analytics. It is also about device integration. It is about sensor fusion, predictive artificial intelligence. So this is a key point in real-time decision making. So where you have almost instant insights with minimal latency. This results in faster decisions, fewer false alarms, reduced manpower, and also enhanced security in critical environments. With AOA, Axis Object Analytics, you can detect humans, vehicles, you can classify vehicles by type, you can run multiple scenarios like cross-line counting or hard hat detection like security equipment. And what is the best? This from Axis does not require any additional licensing as it is included with the camera. And also, as I mentioned, we have a CAP, Axis Camera Application Platform. This allows to install applications from technology partners where you can expand the functionalities of Edge Analytics in any way you can imagine today. So we have technology partners that can actually train the AI models for customer-specific needs. So, for example, you can install application that can detect the amount of water or snow on the highway, and you can use the predefined threshold to automatically change the speed limit on dynamic speed sign. So this is just a simple example how intelligence on the edge is shifting the industry from just watching to predicting, understanding, and responding. And as we in Axis like to say, it is not anymore about the camera. It is about intelligent sensor that is actually analyzing and understanding visual data in real time.
Yes, Ivan, thank you very much. Tomasz, we can continue with your presentation. The stage is yours. You can show us your material.
Sure, 1 second. Let me bring my screen.
Okay.
So please let me know if you can see this so I can start.
Yes, yes, you can start. We can see your presentation.
Perfect. So let me take you on the short journey that I hope you will enjoy. So very quickly, my name is Tomasz Nawrat. I'm a sales engineer with over 15 years of experience in the security industry. I cover East and Central Europe, which is today around 17 countries. I joined Genetec almost 8 years ago, and currently I'm based in Poland. For those of you who are not yet familiar with Genetec, I would like to quickly outline who we are and what we do. So Genetec was founded by Pierre Ras back in 1997 in Montreal in Canada, so 28 years ago. Genetec was created on belief that technology can break down the barriers and improve the day-to-day lives of users and the businesses and the communities they serve. Over 28 years later, we are still pushing the boundaries to meet customer physical security needs and to help customers stay ahead in a complex, ever-changing world. Back in 1998, Genetec has introduced their first IPVMS on the market, which was called Omnicast at the time. Today, Omnicast is blended in our truly unified platform called Security Center, together, of course, with access control, automatic license plate recognition, intrusion detection, and communications within one intuitive and modular solution. On top of that, important to mention, our various add-ons that allow us to cater to specific verticals and use cases. Today we are moving towards cloud more than before. We've got a very large customer base that use one or many of our cloud services. Over the years, we delivered so much innovation, and that all started with our first video surveillance as a service product, which was called Genetec Stratocast, back in 2012. We then introduced other innovative products that we were using cloud, and of course were completely part of it. So what is the Security Center SaaS? With this offering, we want to deliver security on the continuum from the vastness of the security capabilities to the flexibility in deploying it to changes, how it's consumed. Security is not basically just one-time implementation, but it's an evolving experience. It allows you to leverage yesterday's investment, adopt modern architecture today, and prepare for tomorrow with open, future-proof technology. With Security Center 5, what you can see on the left-hand side of the screen, everything was installed on-site, and you had to manage all of it. I mean, the servers, the workstation, hardware, software, and the patches and updates, everything. Compared to Security Center SaaS on the right-hand side of the screen, where we support the direct integration of some cameras and door controllers that can connect directly to the cloud. Other security hardware and cameras, controllers, readers can connect, of course, to the cloud, but through Genetec CloudLink appliances. Client apps connect to web portal online to access the system. And Genetec manages all the server resources, as well as security updates, all the software patches for both server and client. That's what Security Center as a service is. So Security Center SaaS. Cloud adoption is not, the straightforward. We know that there are multiple phases or domains in the cloud. In the end, flexibility, open architecture, and different ways to adopt connectivity and cloud technology is the wide spectrum or deployment continuum. So on the picture, what you can see, we've got on the left federated systems on-prem. That means independent, security center platforms. Then you've got devices connected directly to the cloud, so using the Security Center SaaS. Then you might have some sites with, connecting to the cloud through the managed appliances, but also you can mix and match. You can use all of them if needed. So you can start with one, you can add more of them. So basically it's wherever, the customer is capable of, doing at this moment of time. But this is client's choice. We just, helping you to make that decision, the right one. As the world changes around us, physical security departments must find the ways to quickly adopt and keep their organization, of course, secure. Our cloud services help you, become more agile. You can easily scale your infrastructure systems and applications up or down as, needs require. At Genetec, our hybrid approach gives you, the freedom and flexibility to deploy solutions quickly and strategically. Wherever you need to get, new system up and running in a little time, you want a local appliance but don't have the budget or resources to purchase and maintain on-premises service, or need immediate access, to our latest innovation for a new business mandate. Our cloud services can help you to reach your objectives faster. And there is nothing with the cloud. Using hybrid model, you can host entire systems, applications in the cloud, or leverage the cloud where it makes sense to you. So operations, storage, connectivity between systems, or maintenance, while still keeping your systems on premise. Yeah. To the user, it's a seamless experience where all the systems can be accessed from our unified security platform, which is the Security Center. Checking all those boxes, Genetec on both sides of the spectrum or right in the middle. So people move towards the cloud environments for all kinds of reasons, but ultimately it boils down to anyone can deploy a new site within a few clicks now. Less time is required on physical installation, remote management, and continuous delivery. camera and door ready in just 10 minutes. You can focus more on core operations and, of course, less on maintenance. Last but not least, you can reduce, a feature consumption gap. Let's stop here and reflect for the moment. The industry is changing and has been changing. Just to give you a frame of reference, since 2010, which doesn't sound too far from today, we went from analog to IP. This was a revolution in our industry. There was a lot of resistance to go from something that works well enough and is serving customers well to something that look not sure, or too fresh, or maybe too expensive. We heard it all. After some convincing infrastructure improvements and some changes in the security operation, IP is now the way to go in 99% of scenarios. IP allowed our customers to deploy systems faster, manage multiple systems remotely even, and increase the scalability. Then it was the move from integrated to unified systems. We are still in that move. A lot of companies are still very much operating in silos, unfortunately. This trend is not only felt in our security, it's the same problem for every industry. We have aging populations, more data to work with, and less people to handle that data. The need to improve efficiency and ease of use
Tomasz, can you hear me? Is everything okay? I can't hear you anymore. I just see your presentation, your slide. The industry is changing. George, can we start with your presentation? Tomasz have a technical problem, obviously.
Possible.
So I need to continue with your presentation.
Okay, no problem. I'm ready.
Great.
Okay. Just a second to find what I wanted to share. Windows. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
First, what I wanted to show, it's about VIVOTEK cameras and what I talking about AI edge analytics. This is from the one project to show how the VIVOTEK camera collect all this information from the edge analytic. You can see how many objects can follow the one camera in the one field of view. Very important, it's all VIVOTEK cameras have this eye analytic function, and we can follow multiple objects, vehicle, human, a lot of object for the example, missed object, show object, or something like that. This is the base for the cloud for any development in the cloud, and I will show you now others. Just a second. Why I show you this about analytics cameras? Because all these analytics are very important for the cloud, because we are developing and think in the future that all this metadata will be very important for the cloud, and on that system we will allow that we will avoid that we are sending too much unnecessary information on the cloud. With the good metadata, we can collect all information. This is the Vortex. Vortex, it's VIVOTEK cloud product. What you see, it's a Vortex portal, and this is the view, and you can see how many locations we can have here. This is the test model example. Australia, mostly them there, it's in the Taiwan. This is the one in the Taiwan, in the city center. You can see in the live, just a second, how that it's looking. It's nice weather in the Taipei and the nice view. And example on this camera, you can see how that we are collecting this metadata and how every object we can follow. This metadata, it's very important. This, what you see, it's a camera directly on the cloud. We have two options. We have cloud option and the hybrid option. Cloud option is directly camera on the cloud. We can store on the SD card or we can store directly in the cloud. Second option is a hybrid option. That means that you can use NVR and have NVR on the site and store all on the NVR. And then you can, if you need to transfer on the cloud or see on the cloud. This is the option that you can see. It's a hybrid option. That means that its camera is connecting on the NVR, and the NVR will store all that information. You can see example fisheye, how we can example all the do all the fisheye possibility, and all the camera, it's analytic camera based, and all that information we are collecting. Example that is in the HQ. What customize? We can customize view. We can see all device what we have online on the example. You have one. You are one customer and you have multi sites. From the one portal you can manage all multi-site. You can see online, offline, doing automatic updating or manual updating. You can maintain maintenance all from the cloud. User can be done like with a structure who can see anything, who will see which part of the cloud. And most important, this is AI Hub. AI Hub, it's an important part where we collecting metadata. With metadata, we doing research. Example, we can doing deep search where we can example. This is the VLM, Visual Language Model. Then we can search by text. Example, red truck. We will search red truck in the, just a second, in this time period. You can see across all the cameras, we can search red truck. We have some location in Australia, some it's in the Taiwan, some it's I think in the United States. And you can see, we can search across the global all red truck in the last 24 hours. Example, we wanted cab. We will search the cab. All the cab we will find and search. Example, it's not only limited on the English language. We can use on the Croatian language. We will write red car on the Croatian language, and it's working. You see, all the red card are defined. This is the importance of the cloud and the metadata. We wanted the cloud to be platform to receiving all this metadata at the end to help end customer to find something what they need. They can watching in the live, but with this option, with this metadata, what they show on the video, we can collect and we can do very fast research. If you wanted to see video, you can click here and see video. How many red cars here? You can see right side, we show in the right corner this red car. What is the same like how we can use the search for the vehicle, we can search for the human man with the glasses. And across all the sites, we will search the man with the glasses. You can see. From the old sites, we found man with the glasses. Example, woman with the dog. We will see the woman with the dog. Example, to check video. Where the one is woman with the dog. You see her. It's a nice dog. This approach on the cloud and with a camera, with the AI and analytic, will decrease the time of the researching for the end customer in very, very big size, and will be help the customer to find what they need very, very fast. That is all what I wanted to tell about.
George, thank you very much for sharing your presentation. I'm glad that Tomasz is back. Hello, Tomasz, again. Is everything okay now?
Hello, yes, thank you. I'm so sorry. Basically,
It's okay.
the internet connection just dropped me out, and I didn't even realize when I was continuing with my presentation. But if you could help me, I can for sure restore it. Like I told you, I was hoping that I will take you in the interesting journey. That was not my intention to basically drop the line. But if you tell me where I stopped, I can for sure continue from that moment.
Okay, we will continue with your presentation after George answered my question. Is it okay for you?
Of course.
George, I have a question for you.
Yes.
VIVOTEK offers edge AI capabilities in its devices. In what types of deployments have you seen edge computing make the biggest difference in performance or decision making?
In the all deployments you can imagine, traffic,
Okay.
public places, some warehouses, offices, everywhere where you need to find something what is the important for you. How you see on the vortex and on this, you cannot imagine which information you will need to find. Example, you will need to find a woman with a dog. You will find. You will need to find a red car. You will find red car. That will be analytic will be decrease of the time for the researching and for the investigation for the end customer, and it's rapidly. Example, before and now still when you need to find some details what it's happened. Example, in some system of the 50 cameras, some security officer maybe need to spend minimum half hour to 1 hour to find the recording and to find the really that object of investigation. With AI, that will be decreased, that will be in the 1 minute, that decreased time.
Okay, Georgia, thank you very much. Tomasz,
Thank
we
you.
can continue with your presentation.
Okay, so if you could just briefly tell me where I stopped when I froze, or I can start from the beginning. It's not a problem at all.
You stopped on a slide, the industry is changing.
Industry is changing. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Can you share the screen with us?
Of course, 1 second. Just looking
You
to
can
the
start with
slide.
that slide. Just to find it and continue with your presentation.
Okay, so I believe it was, let me add this presentation. I will share my screen again.
Okay.
Okay. This one, yep.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so I will continue from this slide again.
Okay.
Perfect. So, like I said, let's stop here and reflect for the moment. As I mentioned earlier on, the industry is changing, and it has been changing. Just to give you the frame of reference, since 2010, which doesn't sound too far from today, we went from analog to IP. It was a revolution in our industry. There was a lot of resistance to go from something that works well enough and is serving customers well to something that look well, unsure, or too fresh, or maybe too expensive. We heard that all. After some convincing infrastructure improvements and some changes in security operation, we know that IP is the way to go in 99% of scenarios. IP allowed our customers to deploy systems faster, manage multiple systems remotely even, and increase the scalability. So then there was a move from integrated systems to unified systems. We are still in that move. A lot of companies are still, unfortunately, very much operating in silos. What it means, this trend is not only felt in security. It's the same problem for every actually organization and industry. We have aging populations, more data to work with, and less people to handle that data. Their need to improve efficiency and ease to use, it's still very present today. But all in all, everyone can agree that unified systems allow better scalability, easier storage management, and improved connectivity. Now today we are looking at different things. Efficiency and ease of use is top of mind again. But after going unified, what's your next step? What is your next step? The next step is to leverage cloud tech. Cloud is not black or white, obviously, but it's definitely the next logical step. You can even go from analog to cloud, skipping the unification. My key takeaways from this presentation are in non-alphabetical order. So as we've seen that before, the industry is and will be evolving. Sooner or later, organizations must join journey and prepare adequately for their next move towards the cloud. Different industries face different risks and challenges. Effective security solutions must be context-aware, scalable, and customizable, and universal approach is often ineffective and may even introduce security gaps or performance issues. No one is the same. Genetec is offering the choice, and Genetec helps tailor the right approach. So the answer to my finding and balance, so to answer to finding the balance in between the cloud and edge, of course, could be the hybrid approach. So thank you very, very much for listening. So I just see that I only, let's say, I dropped the last 2 slides of my presentation.
Tamas, it's okay. Thank you very much on your presentation. It was really interesting, and yes, we enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
Before I continue, I have a question, Tamas, for you.
Sure.
When deploying hybrid models, what kind of analytics or processes are typically handled at the edge versus in the cloud with Genetec systems?
Okay, so just to to give you, let's say, two examples. The first one,
Okay.
yeah, when we think about the edge processing, so on-prem devices or gateways. So the first scenario is when we handled on the cameras, local servers or applications, let's say the near source of data, and that could be the real-time video analytics like motion detection, intrusion detection, or event triggering. So, for instance, alarms or notifications for predefined conditions. Example could be door force open or access denied. Then we could also add to it data capture and retention. I'm sorry. So access control decisions. Also very important here, especially when we're thinking about the low latency response. Last one from the edge processing, important again, key factor is, bandwidth optimization. So transcoding or reducing the video resolution before sending it to the cloud. Now, when we talk about the cloud processing, so on the other side, so this is via Genetec cloud or hybrid solutions, typically handled everything on Genetec hosted services or customer managed cloud infrastructure. We need to think about the centralized monitoring and command. So unified view of multiple sites, large-scale deployments. Then you've got video storage like VMS or VMS, sorry, long-term archiving, especially for the regulatory and compliance, investigative review, for instance. AI-enhanced, analytics, so behavioral patterns or recognition, heat maps and occupancy analysis. The last one, an interesting one, is correlation, across the multiple cameras or systems. And a good example here is like linking, the LLPR hits or reads to video feeds. Yeah. But the key, hybrid advantage is that Genetec approach emphasize privacy, security and resilience, often giving organizations full control over what stays on-prem versus what gets pushed, to the cloud. That's what I would say on that question. Thank you.
Okay, Tamas, thank you very much. We have a question from our audience for you. Can you see the question? Thank you, Tamas, for this presentation. I have a question. Are all features available on-prem fully replicated in the SaaS model?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. A very good question. So, honestly speaking, today we don't really have the same amount of the features that we've got for and available on the systems on-prem. However, when we started with, let's say, Security Center platform back in let's say 10 or 15 years ago, there was also lack of features. Yeah, we've been just constantly adding and adding more innovations and more features to it. This is exactly the same what is actually happening, with Security Center SaaS. At the moment, let's say all the features that we know from on-prem systems are not there yet. However, we constantly and every day adding more and more to it. So I believe in a few years' times we will have a same balance, like we've got today for the other systems on-prem.
Great, thank you very much, Tamas.
You're welcome.
Now we can continue with our Q&A session. My first question is for Ivan. Ivan, in projects where connectivity is unstable, how do access solutions maintain operational integrity without depending on the cloud?
Yeah, thank you. That's a very good question. And actually, I have already replied previously. So this is edge processing and local storage. So this means that Axis camera can analyze video locally, directly on the camera, directly on the edge, and motion, that they allow functions like motion detection, object classification, event triggering, and this is all without the need to be connected to the cloud. Also, by using local storage like SD cards or network attached storage or network video recorders, you are storing the video footage locally, and also this works completely without any connection to the cloud. ACAP as Axis camera application platform, every application that you install can be used without any cloud connection. So they simply work directly on the camera, directly on the edge. You have tight integration options. So either you can use our own VMS to integrate edge device locally and to the network video recorder, or you can use OnVIF, or you can use even Axis application programming interface. We call it VAPIX. So this means that you can integrate edge device into any system and utilize it without any cloud connection. Events there also, they do not need any cloud connection. They are simply working directly on the camera. Camera is the device that raises an event and sends some kind of trigger to the system, whichever system is behind. And also cybersecurity. We have complete encryption incorporated into the hardware of the camera if we are producing our own chipset, as I mentioned in the beginning. So we can sign video, we have fully encrypted communication. So this everything that I now mentioned is ensuring the data integrity during any kind of disruption of connection to the cloud or to the outside or to the internet. I'm promoting this and calling anyone that wishes to try our Axis camera station solution. It is available for download, full trial without any licensing for 90 days. So they can try, they can see how this solution works.
Yes, Ivan, thank you very much. George, as hybrid models gain popularity, how does VIVOTEK ensure a smooth integration between edge-based devices and cloud platforms, especially in terms of data privacy and latency?
How we have the two options. We have the directly on the cloud, it's a camera directly, and hybrid option. Hybrid option, it's with the NVR, like it's using like some media gateway for the example that you have the recording on the site, and that you're using cloud for the collecting this information. For that hybrid option and the NVR, we can accept any model of the cameras, and we can push on the cloud any model that is not only related on the VIVOTEK camera. That means we can use any model of the camera of the other vendor. And latency always depends about network. Example, in the Croatia, you have the sites where is not very good network, and for that reason, it's good that you have the hybrid option, that you locally storage everything, and when you need on the demand, that you can check what is the happen. But in that case, it's developing this AI metadata researching, that you can research everything very fast and very, very quick, that you decrease the demand for the bandwidth. Because AI data magnets information, it's a very, very small information, and when you research that, you don't need to have a very big bandwidth. When you find some suspect object, then you can watch the video and see. On that case, it's decreasing bandwidth. That means that we can fulfill everywhere when it's needed for that, and that we avoid latency and latency problem and bad bandwidth network.
Okay, Georgia, thank you very much. Tomasz, I have a question for you. Today I have a lot of questions for you.
No problem at all.
How does Genetec address complaints concerns such as GDPR when customer data is proceeds partly in the cloud.
Okay, so Genetec is being proactive, and being proactive means investing in privacy by design. As technology continues to evolve and at a breakneck speeds, it's more and more important for organizations to invest in physical security solutions that are built with privacy by design. At Genetec, privacy and cybersecurity are central to our R&D process. Not only we do understand the importance of keeping the systems and networks, secure, but we provide you with tools and features that help you sustain that. We stay on the pulse of emerging threats and enable protection, mechanism that you can benefit from as data and privacy laws evolve. Our, built-in privacy and cybersecurity measures include various lines of defense, such as encryption, multi-layer authentication, and authorization, of course. Using our solutions, you can also blur identities in video footage, automate retention policies, and securely share information during investigations or when citizens really request it.
Tomasz, thank you very much.
Just to
You
add
can
at the beginning, we've got also, the huge portal built on our main website about the data, the privacy and GDPR, which we can basically, provide some informations are public to anyone, so they can invest more. However, we can also, speak offline with on a case by case with other customers to dive more deeply into this subject as well, but not only on that subject, of course.
Okay, thank you very much for the answer.
Welcome.
Before I finish our today's session, I would like to ask each of you, would you like to add something? Would you like to add something, how to say, important about this topic? Any of you, Georgia, Ivan, Tomasz?
Well, what I see, we all have similar thoughts, similar approaches. We see that cloud is a trend that is coming, and as local sales representatives, we see the challenges in this. I believe everybody agrees with me.
Yes.
The situation here with the cloud is quite difficult, but this is something that is coming, and we need to be prepared for it. Because this is actually the future. We need to the amount of data that is collected today, raising the pixel density, raising the amount of detail in the scenes. It simply doesn't scale very well with the storage that is currently in the mines. It has to be locally. So this is something that we have to leverage somehow, and this is where cloud will firstly come. As we see, we now offer this cloud storage solution for some critical cameras and critical video footage, and edge is the other way to go, because we need to offload everything to the camera and use the camera as a device, which is a sensor, and that is doing instead of people and doing instead of server, which cannot comply with all the data that is today needed to be analyzed.
Okay, thank you, Ivan, for closing remarks. Thank you all for joining us today, for joining this insightful discussion on balancing cloud and edge in the security industry. I hope today's session gave you a clearer understanding on how these technologies complement each other and how to make the right decision for specific needs. A big thank you to my speakers, Georgia, Ivan, and Tomasz, for sharing their materials, presentation, expertise, and real-world perspectives. Your insights honestly were truly valuable for me, and I hope for my audience today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I wish you have a nice day.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the invitation. Yes.
Bye-bye.
Thank you all for being my guest today. If you have any further question or would like to continue with the conversation, feel free to reach out. We are always happy to connect. Until next time, stay safe, stay informed, and keep innovating. Goodbye for now, and see you in the next session on our next webinar about fire alarm and fire protection. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye.